Becoming a caregiver to a parent with dementia is one of the most exasperating things that we can go through. Part of that, I believe, is because of the relationship that we have with our parent. It developed years and years ago, and often we end up in bad habits of communicating. Either it's us with the bad habits or our parent with the bad habits, or a combination of both. So in today's video, I want to talk about the 3 most important things to not do with a parent with dementia. Before we get into the video, I'm Tammy Provenzel. I'm a dementia certified physical therapist and a life coach for caregivers. I started this channel to be a resource, especially for caregivers of an aging parent. So the 3 most important things from my perspective to not do with your parent with dementia is number 1, don't correct them. When we correct or argue with our parent, they often either can't understand what we're saying or they become really defensive. So they're going to resist what we're saying anyway. This can be really difficult because there's internal resistance. We're fighting against kind of what we're seeing. So we're going to argue the reality of what we're seeing, but also because we have probably gotten into some unhelpful ways of communicating with our parents. Probably started way back when we were teenagers. Let's say that your elderly parent says, I got to get ready for work. I got to leave in 5 minutes. And they quit working 20 years ago. The incorrect response would be something like, you retired 20 years ago. A more potentially effective way to communicate would be to say, wow, work is really important for you, isn't it? Tell me about what you do for work. And then have a conversation. And then through this conversation, see if you can divert their attention. The second thing to not do with your parent with dementia is to ask them if they remember something. This can lead to internal frustration on your parent's part and embarrassment. And when people are frustrated or embarrassed, they'll often either shut down or lash out. Let's say that you had a family party last weekend and your parents seemed to really enjoy it. An ineffective way to talk about that would be, remember the barbecue we had last weekend? A more effective way to communicate and talk about this good time would be, instead of asking a question, to make a statement. Like, we had a great time last weekend. Bill told the funniest stories about his trips. He had everybody laughing. And then you continue to have a conversation about that. The third thing to not do with your parent with dementia is to focus on their limitations, the things they can't do. This can be really distressing for them, and it can cause an internal resistance because we're pushing against their independence. Let's say your parent needs to drive to the store and they don't have their license anymore. An ineffective way to approach that would be to say something like, remember, you don't have your license anymore. The doctor took it away. A more effective approach might be to say something like, let's go to the store together. We can pick out some snacks to have while we're watching our movie tonight. And then you could divert their attention by asking, do you want to watch this movie or that movie tonight? When we can make our interactions more positive and less stress-inducing, everything goes better. It's about meeting them where they are and not trying to bring them into our reality, but going into theirs. Thanks for watching today's video. Please like and share, subscribe to this channel. In the comment section below, let me know what you thought about the video.